Hello, everyone. We are proud to welcome CEO of KMG, Kron the Messenger. He is here to present behind the scene of the Five Percenter and tell us a little more about his label and brand, KMG, which stands for King Music Group. Tell us a little more about KMG.
Well, KMG it's a group of artists that's known as underdogs. KMG do good quality music, make good sound, and try to produce our artists to create good music. So we branched from Texas to Oklahoma, from a small town called DeKalb, Texas. So we just looking forward to build everybody succeeding in their progressive goals.
When did you first start rapping?
1989. I was 11 years old. I always loved doing music. Pops used to DJ, so it kind of inspired me in the long run to doing rapping.
What's something you want future rappers to know?
Well, to stay creative, try to build themselves toward, positive steps, make positive moves.
How did you come to realize music was the way forward for you?
Well, once my health condition got bad, I realized that it was really nothing left for me to do, so I just stuck with the talent that I remembered the most.
What are you most proud of?
Being able to be blessed and still be here enjoying my family and putting all our loved ones to a new movement. I mean, KMG, it's real something that's unpredictable. It was something that was slept on. We all kind of had these blockages, obstacles that was holding us back.
I-30 right up in the best on the block. 9-5 Dion birds and pines, guns on the spot. Nickname Fox, out there but set my homies out. All G's eating in the hood cut. That's a
better music or create good music to the fact. So it's kind of like the industry, but on the opposite side.
What made you pick up a keyboard?
Family, Killer Kell, Yugs, couple people I knew in church, Chris Johnson, Laura Basby, couple good musicians, Benson Nelson.
What inspires you to share your message with the community?
Being able to venture out in different cities and communities. I mean, from being where we from, a small town, we had less opportunity to meet with people that were big celebrities or actors and stuff like that. So it's like being able to share your thoughts and ideas amongst the world with people that you don't have no idea, you know them, they don't know you. So, just being able to stay functional toward meeting those to try to, that actually on your same goals that you're on.
What is your plan with joining the music industry?
I plan with joining the music industry, I'm going to say 20 years of experience or better. My plan is to get all local area artists who really don't have a chance in this music industry to build their self-confidence up to where it could build their energy up to where, hey, just because you from New Boston or DeKalb or Texarkana, it ain't like we can't do music together. So, we have a lot of differences with where we from, with being judged on who gonna make it. I'm better than you, and so it's kind of like a hawk being around here trying to make it in the music game.
Who influenced your musical creativity in rapping?
I once read a book, 1994, Black Holes, Black City. It's a production book, music book. It inspired like a lot of artists in the United States how to be able to learn marketing. So once I learned that, I started being creative with going to different studios, working with a lot of different artists, David, Trauma Click, Incline, C2G, Ghetto House, different local area studios, IMP Records.
What message do you want to come across to the youth in your music?
Really basically keep them from the killing, how to take their music and be, have fun with your art. It ain't all about you telling what people do every day in the society with their personal life. A lot of the music they make now is kind of like getting our kids killed.
What are some challenges that you have faced in the music industry?
Setbacks, council shows, just being in the stage and point to where you block. We won't let you make it, no matter how you trying to make it. So them setbacks, they was a bad disappointment to me. They stopped a lot of people that I was trying to put on. So, and then I hurt myself. So not knowing the business is why I hurt myself. So, them setbacks, they very tough.
How do you feel about the Illuminati's influence on the music industry?
Well, on that, it's like the eye. The eye is a satanic mind. A lot of people put themselves involved with the other side of the industry, but I don't think I'll sell my soul. We'll build from the bottom and come to the top and settle for what we had from zero than to me settle for 200 million, 100 million, 50 million, whatever it is, because we can make that ourselves. So, that's just a different side of the industry. I don't too much tie myself in with that, but it is people that exist in that world of the industry. But, we do our own thing. We're independent.
In 2010 and 2016, you faced legal battles that ended up being dismissed. You didn't have a lawyer, so what is your take on a public defender versus a lawyer you have on payroll?
A public defender, you got a more of a chance of either got to take a plea or not winning your case, versus a lawyer. You got a better chance of surviving whatever allegation that's pointed towards you. But in other words, my case, the jury, you got a good jury that understand that, hey, this person's innocent. Then, my thing with that is having a lawyer is better than not having a lawyer.
Police say the victim, a hip-hop musician named Mo3, was approached by the killer on I-35. Both men stopped their vehicles. The victim got out, took off, started running, but was shot several times.
Mo3, Young Dolph, King Von. Why was being a rapper back then more safer than now?
But back then, you had more artists trying to make it in the industry. Controversy rap kind of like transpired more killing amongst our culture right now. Back then we were more safer because we were organized, united, being aware of our surroundings, not really affiliating ourselves in areas that we weren't welcome at. So, doing that, it helps everybody, protect their surroundings. Because me, I ain't putting myself in nobody's facility where I don't feel like I'm loved at. And these cats making music, they shooting at each other, I'm smoking you, I'm smoking Itty and all that, it's gotta stop. The game is just crazy right now. So me and the Trump clique, everybody was like from a different area. We was a gang unit. We pulled two sides together where we didn't think that nobody could. It couldn't be done, but we all made that effort. And we were like 100 deep or even more. But it was, back then in the city, it was good. But right now, you just all got to try to maintain and start the drama. It's drama out there,
Right. What is one thing you would tell two different sides beefing that could bring them together?
I would tell them, man, I'm an OG. I got partners that got kids. I got kids, you know, they might not know each other. I know my partner kids, but it's a different generation. You got OGs ain't guiding the streets right with the youth, you know. So the better our beef to come together with two sides, you know, they got to stop looking at the gang banging and the jacking and the, you know, they ain't creative. They don't know how to go get a job, you know, and hustle for themselves to get good money. So, you know, the streets is kind of decayed right now.
If you could bring Dub City back together, do you think it would be more dangerous or would it build better relationships in Texarkana?
It could be dangerous. And that's because for the past history that I have with Dub City, I don't think that it's a lot of people realize that I was part of the trauma clique. So, you know, it could be a good thing because of the family foundation and the tradition that I built amongst with Dub City. But, you know, that day ever come, we'll see, you know. But right now, our focus will remain as KMG. I salute DA, Ned, Mr. Ye, and all of them. But, you know, it's a different season right now. So it could go both ways, you know.
What advice do you give KMG artists when it comes to being safe in the streets and protecting the brand?
Keep yourself from being involved with outside activity that has nothing to do with the company or the brand. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings. Stay business-minded, stay focused, and we on our way.
I got the drip, I got the juice, I got the sauce. I leave 'em with caution, don't slip and fall. I rock Louis, Christian, Fendi, and Chanel.
Why do you think it's hard for artists in small cities like DeKalb to be recognized, even with money behind them?
It's kind of hard to recognize the small town area artists, even if we got money. You know, a lot of the time, we just don't have the opportunities a lot of artists have. And from being in our past, I'm gonna say beefing with out of town peoples is like you couldn't put yourself out your surroundings. If you were from Clarksville, DeKalb, New Boston, Oklahoma, it's like you in a battle zone. Go to Texarkana, it's like you're in a battle zone. Where you from? What color you were? You know, so DeKalb artists, for instance, me, I got out there in their face. I let them know, hey, this is a different league. So you got to kind of watch what you say and do and the people that you're around mainly. But, you know, I'd like to thank my partner, Corey King, for coming at me. You know, he like, K-Run, what you think? What we gonna be? Said, what it's gonna be? It was KMG. I was asked to be the studio, and I'm still glad to be able to work with people like Creek, Rush, and we got a couple more artists coming up, but it's been able to be a blessing to us all to get KMG on the start that it needs to be on as far as the company. So, you know, I'm going to tell everybody like this. King Music Group, we underrated. We came from the bottom, and we're trying to get to the top.
Do other artists not take them serious?
They do, but they don't. Really, I can't even answer that because I'm serious at all times, and some of them don't take us serious. We was blocked. Some of them didn't take Creek serious. She was blocked. Some of them didn't take Flip serious. He was blocked. So, you know, it's a lot of other local artists that's blocked. So they don't really take us serious as far as being progressing and showing that we part of the East Texas area from the 4 states. And it's a lot that's missing in this area to where we can help and change the streets, change what direction our youth is headed to. So it's like having charity, good marketing, investing in your schools and communities, and being part of what we should all call family.
Is it an old beef that causes artists from different places not to want to be affiliated with DeKalb artists?
A lot of it is. I mean, you know, it is what it is, though. You live, you learn. For each is his own. So if you want to be involved with that side of the beefing of anything, then, you know, you can stay over there with it. On our side right now, it's like, hey, we all trying to stay business-minded and stay focused.
Last question. What are some of the things KMG is doing to bring underrated artists in small cities to the forefront?
Well, we're teaching them recording, marketing, how to engage with one another, coming to the forefront, not being able to be scared and got to deal with a lot of the obstacles that artists deal with on the other side of the industry. But, I mean, our brand is to help our artists get to their goals, and whichever way they decide to go, then, you know, that's on them. But home is home right now, so that's what we mainly focusing on, to keep them focused on their sales and protecting the brand.
Mistakes, they're hard to erase. The less mistakes that you make, the better chances you take. Education first, in the system we face. See my children, they depend on me to lead.